this Tuesday morning. We say good morning to your RDBS viewing panel. Of course, we know every morning you look forward to joining and starting your day with us, and we do appreciate you. We now need to see what's going on over at our news desk. What's in the headlines?
South Africa was cool under pressure as they beat West Indies by 3 wickets in a rain-shortened Super 8s game in Antigua and Barbuda and booked a place in the ICC T20 World Cup 2024 semi-finals. The rain-delayed match at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium swayed between both sides on Sunday, but in the end the night belonged to South Africa, who chased down the Duckworth-Lewis Stern or DLS method-adjusted target with 5 balls to spare.
When you look on the larger picture, it's a disappointing World Cup. You know, we wanted to win just like any other team, but you know we weren't able to win tonight. You know, I think as a team we played some good cricket. We played good cricket in patches. You know, and tonight was a night where our batters were 15, 20 runs short and a difficult wicket.
Some commentators are suggesting now that as the West Indies go back to the drawing board, they will need to take a hard look at their batting as the major reason they were unable to advance in the ICC T20 World Cup tournament. In other news, a regional business expert believes the growth of United States cricket has the potential to reshape the cricketing and socio-economic landscape in the region significantly. Well, sports analyst Terry Finister, however, thinks that the consultant is overly optimistic in his outlook of the potential impact on West Indies cricket.
From the standpoint of being able to create a league and being able to monetize cricket in the USA, I think that certainly is very feasible. The question, though, comes into play as to how that benefits the West Indies, how that benefits Caribbean cricketers. I don't necessarily see any greater opportunity for us to be able to go and play, or greater opportunity for us to develop our game. We've seen Canada with a league. Canada, again, obviously has more resources, has a significant immigrant population, and we haven't necessarily seen any knock-on effects for the West Indies. So I think Mr. Springer, very well respected writer and thinker, but I think in this case he may be a little bit optimistic in his outlook.
In his opinion piece, the business expert also highlighted the rise of cricket in the U.S., saying it could lead to a talent drain, with young Caribbean cricketers potentially being lured by the financial incentives and lifestyle offered in the United States. This, he noted, could weaken the talent pool available for West Indies cricket if not managed carefully. Leader of the opposition Alan Shastney has threatened legal action as he continues to urge the government to take definitive action to address allegations surrounding the island's Citizenship by Investment Program, or CIP.
Instead of personal attacks and racial slurs on me and the United Workers' Party, you should direct reprimands, investigations, and terminations towards those who are responsible for this most egregious scandal. This problem will not go away by ignoring it and protecting the wrongdoers based on blind party loyalty. This situation has presented you with a dilemma in choosing between party and country. This is a test of your leadership. Rather than hiding behind the refrain that you will not make further comment on this scandal until the RICO case is concluded, the public is owed an immediate explanation.
Referencing the recent address by the Investment Minister, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, on the status of the CIP, Shastney pointed out that there are still many questions that the Investment Minister did not address in his speech. A one-day training session structured to nurture business development within St. Lucia's early childhood development or education sector has been met with expressions of satisfaction by participants. The exercise was conceptualized to support administrators operating within a sector where over 70% of students are enrolled at privately run institutions.
We put a premium on early childhood education, and more specifically, early childhood development. And when I presented the stats to him in terms of how much of that national early childhood education load that private practitioners are carrying, he really couldn't believe it. And it's against that backdrop he decided to make a one-time contribution of $1,500 to every early childhood center. $2,500.
The sessions were conducted in partnership with the Small Business Development Center, the Department of Labor Relations, National Insurance Corporation, and First National Bank. That's your news summary. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Lovely. Thank you, News Desk. We're taking a break and come right back. As a corporate entity, DBS really do take its responsibility of driving home message for the betterment of our people very seriously. So we have decided, we're going to go a step further, and we're going to extend the conversation a bit, doing our part as well as to when it comes to the whole mission of safe driving, safe road using, responsible thinking when we are on the road as users. So we caught up with two persons who are right down, that's their alley. We've caught up with Mr. Jha, and he shared some thoughts with us. Let me welcome Mr. Jha to the morning show. Happy that we could profit the opportunity to tap into your energy and your space. You are the Vice President of NARS, right? The National
Association of Driving Schools.
Right. We want to go there with you because, of course, our roads have been a contention of late. So many road accidents and unsafe practices on the road. And we just wanted to get your thoughts on that. I mean, we here at Heineken's campaign, drive and drink and live responsible, and their mission this year is to drive alive. You presented as one of the panelists, and you made some very vital points, because this seems it's not just a one brush over everything. There's so many different things to consider to ensure that everybody plays their part to ensuring that we achieve what it is we want to achieve, which is staying alive, safety on the road, responsible driving.
Yeah, because road safety is everybody's business. We can't just leave it for the police alone, we can't leave it for the educators alone, we can't leave it for the driving schools alone. It's everybody's business. Everybody has to use the road, so then everybody have to play their part in ensuring that they use the road safely. Pedestrians have to ensure they have the right clothing to ensure that people can see them at night, is illuminated. The ministry has to ensure that they have proper lighting on the roads, the proper signage and things of that sort. The driving instructor have to ensure they instruct properly according to the highway code and the DVAC, which is the Driver Vehicle Standards Agency, for using our roads. So everybody has to play their part. The police have to play their part in ensuring that they enforce the rules and regulations set by the government on the whole. So that road safety thing encompasses every single person in our society, because when one person loses their life, the entire society is affected. When one person is injured, the community is affected as well, because when the family is affected, it affects the community and the society.
You were very direct in your contribution or your statement regarding there are laws. There are laws in place for road using. The problem is, most of the time, is the enforcing of those. You want to elaborate a little bit on that for us?
But it's not just only the enforcement, but the implementation of those laws as well. Because sometimes you'd find the police would actually charge people and bring them to court, but then the court system fail. In that, due to the number of delays and setbacks, you'll find that the evidence gets lost in time, and many other things which will contribute to not having justice. And when you don't have justice, then people then take the law into their own hands. So every aspect has to come in to work to ensure that we have safer roads and people adhere to the rules, regulation, guidelines of the road. It's because people recognize that there isn't any consequence to their actions. We have those things taking place on our roads. So people know, hey, when I drink and drive, the chance of the police stopping me and charging me for drinking and driving is zero. So you find people drinking and driving all the time. And there are laws for that. We also have breathalyzers that we can use. But guess what? The government is
I've never seen one.
the
I don't
government
think I've
doesn't
ever seen one.
provide the breathalyzer so the police could use it. So the minimum amount of alcohol you could have in your breath is 25 micrograms per 100 millimeters of your breath. And to ensure that you have that down packed, you need to have a breathalyzer. But then the police doesn't have the equipment.
So how do we do that? That would have been a perfect thing for us now, especially going to our carnival season when people are leaving fetes and stuff like that. And that would have been a good time for people to be testing people before they get into vehicles to drive off and stuff like that.
Yes, it would be because then it would ensure that every person waiting to leave the carnival, there is a designated driver for that person. Um, but then again, as I said, if we don't have it,
Oh God. So what do we do now? What do we do now? In light of that, well, we can't do nothing now. You certainly can't do anything. But if you'd like to drive something home, what can we do?
we have to put pressure on the powers that be to ensure that what we need to be done is done. And that's done with a lot of advocacy in that regard. So even me now and then somebody else later, and you keep on pushing that message, hey, we need our laws and regulations enforced. The powers that be at some point in time will listen.
I'm giving you the opportunity to tell them yourself now.
Yes, and I think I just did
Yes.
that. We the society needs the powers that be to ensure that our rules and regulations are enforced and carried on to. Otherwise, we'll just have chaos in our society where people will do as they please because there isn't any consequence to their action.
Well said. And I feel you on that one. Well, all the best. All right. Well, thank you again for talking with us. And for my biker folks, we caught up with one of you as well. We always profit the opportunity when we find ourselves in forum and we have the partners available that we can tap into the energies of what is current and what we are faced with. And we're here with this young man. He's a young biker, a rider. Is it called a biker or a rider? What is it?
Well, I mean, you could choose both. I consider myself a biker.
A biker, right. So it's a biker. We're here with a biker. Jamelin Alcindor. Right, I got it right. Tell me about yourself and your riding, how you gravitate, how long now you've been, this has been a passion and you've been a rider.
Well, I started riding since I was 9 years old. I started off as a racer, a competitor through the St. Lucia Motor X Club. Now I'm a member of the Hot Plugs organization where we do stunts, we try to practice safe stunts. I mean, we try to go to Boss's and keep it safe, keep it nice, keep it sweet.
Right. And you have, you and your club has been putting so much effort into ensuring that you change a concept. Teddy asked you that earlier and it came to mind as well. Change a concept because people tend to have this idea that bikers are so, irresponsible and, bikers are just nuisance on the road. You are trying to change the face of that through your club as well. But we can't deny, you got a lot of things working against you sometimes, especially recently what we just saw in a school zone with that biker Willian, and that is what you're into. I mean, how do we curb this sort of thing? How do we fix this sort of things? I mean, I know you could influence your club, but what happens to the riders who are not associated with clubs? How it is that you guys plan, or have you thought about it through your clubs, or you're liaising with other club members of other clubs and seeing how it is that you all can find some sort of way where we can minimize or probably reach out and speak to these people who is making life difficult for you all, authentic bikers?
Yes, so I promote people joining clubs because the clubs have a certain discipline that you can't just get out on the streets. For example, my club, we promote us wearing helmets. That's mandatory, wearing your helmets. I mean, stunts, anything could happen, you could lose control of your bike, but at least if you practice stunts in a safe place with your protective gear, I mean, you minimize the risk and the injury that happens.
Right. Well, quite unfortunately, like I said, the incident that just happened, and I know it's putting a damper on you guys, but I'm going to give you the opportunity as an authentic biker, to sell it. Sell it to us. Sell it to the viewers. Let's change our concept as to, because some people just think that, like I said, it's a nuisance on the road, and, what are the joys and the benefits and the ups of being a bike rider? What does it bring to you as a person?
Okay, so like I said, I've been riding from since I was 9 years old. It's a passion that I have. It's a love, a joy that I have. I've met so many people through just riding bikes. It's more like a family. I mean, granted, there's ups and there is downs. The downs are really bad sometimes. However, if we come together and we promote safety, stuff like what happened yesterday would be avoided. You know what I'm saying? Guys, look out for pedestrians. Look out for where you wheeling, especially when you're doing stunts. Keep it in an enclosed environment, a controlled space. That's how you stay safe. You arrive alive.
Absolutely. And you certainly do not wheelie on a school day, on a school zone.
At peak times.
At peak time.
All right.
I mean, that was so irresponsible.
Right.
All right. So don't be that guy. Thank you so much, Alcindor, and all the best.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
CBD gum is very good for the body. Good morning, St. Lucia. A new day, a new body part. Got to get the job done, got to get the body right. So, hey, don't forget to check me out when you need your supplements, your chia seeds, your flax seeds, everything you need for your body aim, your body goals. Hit us up at Bweelzfit Lifestyle. Today, we're going to target the back area. So what I'm trying to do every day, trying to accomplish a different body part so you guys are set. I hope you guys recollect all what you've been learning for you to continuously do it when you don't see the program. Coming first, we're going to hit the back. Let's go. Yes, you guys, we're back at you here with another workout today. Back here with Mr. Kurt Johnny. We're going to hit the back. And all we need for the back is the broomstick, your cutlass, your fork, your hammer. You know what? I'm going to use my hammer today, man. I'm going to use my hammer today, my sledgehammer. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to get it done. We're not promoting violence here. Right. But then again, the weight will not be balanced. So I'll just leave it there because it's heavy on one side. So let's get it popping. Get a broomstick. That's my broomstick. I just use metal broomstick. So our first exercise, we're going to do some presses from the back. Never forget the name of the press. What's the press again? Packet. What? Military. I'm a son-in-law. Psych! I'm just tricking you. How can I forget military press? Yeah, so the first exercise, again, when you're standing, slight bend in your knees, chest out, and we go in military press, behind your head. Full extension. Let's go. 1, control it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Executing this exercise, getting it done properly, you can get a V-taper body. V-taper meaning that your body look like this and coming down like a V, small waist. That's what we're aiming for. So that was military press. So the next one we're going to do, upright press, we're going to hold it close to our body. Again, on our chest, we're going to force it up and come down slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Now this one may seem like a shoulder exercise. However, when you bring it down and you squeeze, you hit in your lat area to get rid of the love handles. All right, so remember, what you want to accomplish, 6 to 8, 8 to 10 to 12, 12 to 15 to 18 reps. Let's get it done in 3, 4, 5 sets for your liking. So the third exercise, we're going to go into reverse rows. Again, bend over, back flat, header. Look directly ahead of you, and you row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you find a lot of people that just row like this. You do not want that action. You want it, bend the elbows and pull in. 5, 6, feel the squeeze. 7, and 8. All right? You want to feel the squeeze. Now, I'm going to show you a back squat. So when you squat, it's for legs, but this time, when you squat in, you push back and you bring your back down like this. You're still going to feel it in your legs, however, you target in your back also. The back is the main exercise you want to work out. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Going to feel it in your lower back. 4. Remember, keep on looking ahead. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So when you do that exercise, you feel in that turnaround, good? You're feeling that exactly here and here. Despite the fact you're going to feel it here also, but that's the main part we're working. All right? Now, we just have our broomstick, understand? So we're going to do some rows on each side. Again, going to bend down, and you're going to roll like you're sawing. You pull in, 1, 2. Try not to have too much body movement, just the arm, bicep area free. 4, look ahead of you. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Remember what you do to one side, you have to get it done to the other side. Let's go back flat, chest out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Now last but not least, we're going to do squats, deadlifts, sorry, which is a fundamental back exercises. Again, you're going to hold the body, you can hold it wider. Get full extension as long as you hold it wider than your feet. And you're going to go down and squat. Again, do not let your knees pass your toes. Look ahead of you, we're going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And especially if you have any injury when you're executing the exercise, as soon as you start going down and when you reach any specific level that you feel in any form of pain, stop and come back up. It's okay to rest. All right? Now, last but not least exercise, a lot of people think this exercise is for shoulders alone. However, it targets the back area. We're going to do some shrugs. All right? So, a lot of us just shrug up and out, which is fine. But you want to feel the right bite in the shoulder and back area. So, you want to 1, 2, and drop. Now, when you drop it down, when you go shrug up, back, and down, you're going to feel it in your lower back area also. You understand? So that's why it's a lot of precision and proper form. Know what you're targeting. All right? Let's get it popping. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. And that's your back routine for today. Remember, just stay at it, guys. Eat a different body part a day. Eat properly. Stay focused. Try to remain healthy. And we're going to fight any disease that comes in our body. Remember, stay fit and blessed. Good morning.
And that was the message we want to ensure that we strike on today. Whilst the iron is hot, keep the message on. So go on out again. Remember, as road users, whether you're a driver, whether you're a pedestrian, you need to take form of responsibility. And remember, you're not the only one on the road. Go on out and be great. Let's do it again. It's going to be Wednesday then, right here for another DBS This Morning.